This is a quick tutorial to support this week's task, your cover page design. You're going to complete a cover page, which is a double page spread in your sketchbook, exploring and explaining what your project is about. Try and include the title of your selected theme and really give it some wow factor. You want it to be a double page spread which is an introduction to what your actual project is going to be about. Here are some examples. There's a whole range of different styles there, some graphical ones, some painting, some line drawing, and you'll see there's more as we go through the PowerPoint. The aim is to provide real impact across the very start of the unit to give us an insight in what you intend to do and what the actual project is going to be about. This is in here for some presentation ideas. You'll see here we've got the title openings created by lots of little letters which are strung together on string. Really easy to do. You can do it with luggage labels, you can make your own tabs, you can make your own flaps, lift ups, all that kind of thing. Or you can draw and paint your own titles and headings. You can use stencils, you can use montage, you can cut out letters, mix and match and put them together. Some students have even been inventive and imaginative with things like Scrabble letters and things like that. You'll also see on this one that they've explored different grounds. So we've got things like book pages where they're drawn on top. You could create washes in the background with inks or watercolour. If you don't have any inks or watercolour at home, you can use things like coffee, tea, food colourings, just to tint off your pages if you prefer. On this one we've got examples of how you can use collage. You can use it to cut out imagery and incorporate that within your design, or you can use it to cut out letters to form some of your titles and headings, or components or parts of your drawing. I think on this one there's even bits of wallpaper that you can use as backgrounds. The one in the middle is just a biro drawing as well, so if you prefer to keep it simple with just one media, then that's okay too. These are just purely to give you ideas and inspiration. A couple more examples of double page spreads for introduction. I've put some double and some single, but I really want you to do a double page. I like this one on forces where we've got examples of the ideas actually coming out of the head which has been drawn, and this one on a double page spread where they've just used really soft watercolour and black to create the text and the images. Other examples where you can see things like this one on identity with a double page spread with the images of the birds and the bits of music paper. Ideas of using an Instagram format and creating a home profile page about the project. It's quite a nice idea. So think about what you want to do. When you plan your double page spread, organise it first so you can fit all your letterings and all your headings on, anything you want to write, any text formats. Plan out the whole spread rather than doing it as you go along and running out of space. Next, really like this one, using again, I think it's part of a dictionary or a book where they've actually painted the illustration on top. Black and white mark making and line drawing, and a really nice one with portraiture where they've actually included the keywords and ideas and notes around the drawing, so that's okay to do that too if you want to have it like that. Some ideas of mixing media. You've got some ink washes here with some biro and coloured pencil on top. You've got that one where they've used headings and they've actually put it on top of black paper, or black card I think it is, with silver pen, which is a bit more organised. And then you've got this one where they've used silhouette and shape and line. So it really depends on how you like to work. This one I think is a bit weird, but I've put it in anyway. This is the idea of suffocation, so they've used things like cling film over the top of a lovely painting. These are quite imaginative as well, so you could have a portrait and then you could have the actual letters or words or headings coming out of the head or the mouth. So I put those in really to give you some ideas. It could be your own fonts, your own headings and text, your own ideas coming out, like these sort of butterflies or pink sort of dabs of paint, if you want to do it like that. The one on the left here is quite nice because it's a mixture of collage and colour pencil work. This one I think is quite nice because it shows you the double page spread composition. One side really resolved in terms of filling the whole space, and then the other side quite simple with just the wet on wet technique forming the circle. You could have text, headings and ideas around that circle. I think that would look better and finish it off, but it's a good way of working and showing ideas. There's a lot of wet, I don't know how you can see this, but there's a lot of wet and wet sort of softness around here, and then fine line of pen and drawing on top. So rather like the artist Abby Diamond or many other artists. Lastly, a couple of ideas of really filling a double page spread. The natural forms one is actually flowers and bees and insects overdrawn on top of sort of nature drawing books as a background, and then you've got texture created with paints on this background, and then a portrait. But I think it probably needed a bit more of a heading and a title, so it's just an idea in terms of text. So you can really have a lot of fun with this, and it can be very, very original, and you can make it your own in terms of how you want to present it. And you can use any media like colour pencils, paints, montage, collage. It's really just designed to be an opening of what your project is going to be about. So have a look through these examples and use them to create your own double page spread to open up the start of your project. Have fun!